suppose I should load Twitch so I can interact with chat.
Yeah, you hear that?
And tell everybody that, it's my 55th month.
Jason wants to interact with. Hey everybody, how are we doing? We're live. We're live.
Live, we're here. It's a new year.
It's been a break. It's been a break or two. But yeah, we're here. And we made it. We're in 2021 now, so thank you all for joining us here. You got this, Dax. Kick some vamp butt, says Abeli. I can't say. Abel.
Oh, Abe.
Okay. All right. Thank
Hi,
you.
Abe.
I believe I can play.
Well, I thought it might have been like an abuelita, but then it wasn't.
I just call him Abe.
All right, Abe. Thank you.
It's short. It's easy.
Abe, good. 2021, the year of Strahd. It's that time again. Flesh is updating his subscription. Thank you so much for that. Anyways, let's get started. I got some housekeeping to go through, and then we'll get on with it, because today's kind of a big day. We are heading into Strahd's Castle Ravenloft. But before we get there, let's get to our sponsors. We have a couple of them. One is Found Familiar Coffee. You can check their link down below. It's probably going to populate in the chat as well. You can use code FeatherFall to save 10% on your order. I just ordered me, I think it was their Meta Magic Blend, and I got me a sticker because they have the new iridescent kind of logo sticker. So I got me one of those. So yeah, check them out down below. Aaron played in one of our charity streams that happened, what was that, last weekend? Holy cow.
Yeah.
Saturday last weekend. Donated some gifts. Great pillar of the community helping out, and, it was fun. So thank you, Found Familiar. Second would be Skull Splitter Dice. You can see their link down below as well. You can use code FeatherFall to save 10% on any dice. I'd be rolling my tried and true metal. I think this is the Warlock's Tomb. I can't remember the exact name, but I'll be rolling that one tonight. So yeah, code FeatherFall to save 10% there. We are also sponsored by Roll20. This is wow, that piano at this time when we gave Roll20 out there. So yeah, this is a sponsored playthrough of Curse of Strahd by Roll20. Roll20.net. This is how we roll. Check them out for all your tabletop needs. They also were in the charity games. Actually, the charity was hosted by them. We had one of Roll20 employees in a game on Saturday, so that was kind of cool. They donated some gifts as well, some rewards for donations. So thank you all that did that. What else? Oh, hey, we're 2 followers away from 800. We've been sitting at that. We've been within reach of 800 for so long. So if you're watching and you have not followed the channel yet, and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that follow button. Help us get to 800. We'd much appreciate it. Much appreciate it. Hey, Shiny Stevie, that's a follow. We're 1 away from 800. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I should say we are also using Sirenscape for this game. The first time we're using it for this game. I'll give a shout out to them because we're obligated to use there. I don't get it, but anyways, we're using Sirenscape, so you may hear some new music, some new sound effects coming through. So there we are. Anyways, is that it? All the housekeeping? So last time we played, which was last year, you can't believe it.
Heyo.
Anyways, last time we played, you were finishing up your job at the Wizard of Wines and finding the last relic you need to properly battle Strahd, I guess, with all the power at your disposal. You found that. You got some gifts from the proprietors of Blue Water Inn for bringing some of the wine, getting that operation back up and running. And then it was really we did a little bit of shopping. But then you got underway. You're on your way. You came across maybe some refugees that you ignored. To be fair, you didn't know they were refugees. We didn't get any potions, right? Yeah, you got a couple. Yeah, you got a couple potions, I think. 2 potions of minor healing, to be exact. I don't know who has them. You guys can decide.
I
But
have
anyways,
one,
okay.
but
So it was kind of a shopping episode, kind of a clean, one of those cleanup episodes, housekeeping episodes. We got all your affairs in order, and we are picking up directly outside of Strahd's castle. Is that fair for everybody? I think that's a good thing.
Seems right.
All right. Anybody want to do anything before we get in there? Like, I want to make sure I give you some time here. Let me.
real quick housekeeping item for me. As far as the empty flasks that I bought at the shop, you had said that I could take time on our trip to bless any water
Sure.
into those.
Yeah.
Okay.
How does cleric bless water? Mechanically speaking, and
Mechanically, I think
what
it
does
would.
look
I
like?
would have. Mechanically, I think that on one day of the journey, I would have had to have actually prepared bless
Okay.
and used that on the water, and then swapped it back out on another day. So as long as we had the time for me to have 2 days worth where I could do that,
Okay.
that I'd be able to do it.
Yeah, I think.
But that also is DM call.
Yeah, I think so. So can you? Is it? How many can you do in a day? Like if you have bless prepared, can you just do as many as you have bottles of water?
I think so, and
Okay.
I only have 1 flask.
Okay.
I only had 1 flask, so.
All right. Is there any special ritual or rite that Myrna would do to bless that water? 80s rule. Thank you for the follow. I think that gets us to 800. We appreciate it so soon. But don't stop there. Again, if you're watching and you enjoy, go ahead and keep those follows coming. Yeah. Just
as far
starting. Go ahead, Myrna.
No,
Sorry.
no, it's fine. As far as Myrna's concerned, probably first thing in the morning would have walked as far away from the group as she felt was safe to kind of have some silence and adult alone time to, not be bothered by some of the crazy kids. Would have transferred the water from her water skin to the empty flasks she bought at the junk shop, done her ritual, and then snuck back to camp, hopefully before anybody else was awake. How successful she was at that, who knows? But that would have been her plan, because that would have been something she would have done a lot of on the battlefield before she became a merc.
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah, so you take that time and you get one flask of sacred water now, blessed water.
Excellent.
Can you see the handout that I just?
Yes.
Okay, good. It didn't give me the confirm, so I wasn't sure. So you should see Castle Ravenloft. Anybody else want to do anything before we kind of jump into some descriptions there?
I'm ready to roll.
Yeah,
I covered everything last session, so
Perfect.
I'm good.
Perfect. All right. So it is a travel. In order to get Myrna's blessed water, it took you about 2 days. Kind of taking your time. You did have a wagon with you. We'll say you kept the Wizard of Wine's wagon. So it was kind of a leisurely stroll through the countryside of Barovia as you were heading to that ominous castle kind of in the sky that you can... There's almost always a cloud break around it with some clouds and fog below it. It's always just kind of sitting up there, and you've seen it almost since you first got into Barovia. So you've known its presence, but now you are on the way there. So after winding through the forest and craggy mountain peaks, the road takes a sudden turn to the east, and the startling, awesome presence of Castle Ravenloft towers before you. The carriage comes to a dead stop before twin turrets of stone, broken from years of exposure. Beyond these guard towers is the precipice of a 50-foot wide, fog-filled chasm that disappears into unknown depths. A lower drawbridge of old, shored-up wooden beams stretches across the chasm between you and the archway to the courtyard. The chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind, their rust-eaten iron straining under their weight. From atop the high walls, stone gargoyles stare at you out of their hollow eye sockets and grin hideously. A rotten wooden portcullis, green with growth, hangs above the entry tunnel. Beyond this location, the main doors of Ravenloft stand open. A rich, warm light spills from within, flooding the courtyard. Torches flutter sadly in the sconces on both sides of the open doors. What would you like to do? Thorny Dryad, being biased in the chat there. Dax, Myrna, you have advantage on a roll.
Ooh.
It's appreciated.
Thank you. We might need it.
Thank you. Yes, the cleric needs all the help she can get. Thank you.
So, kind of two guard towers offset this bridge, crossing this chasm. From what you can tell, it's about 50 feet, and it just goes down forever, fog-filled. And you can see through the courtyard. It's about another probably 100 feet past these walls. On the other side of that bridge, you can see the doors into Castle Ravenloft are actually open.
Ooh.
And some soft light is spilling out. Which I will say, this handout isn't accurate then, according to the map. I'm just gonna say, because that looks like the bridge goes right up to the front door. The map is a little different, and so we'll go by the map. So the handout is for flavor, I guess. I can actually
No skeletal snipers or, bombs or no fireballs being thrown
Why are you
from
giving
the
him
windows.
ideas? Like, why?
It's relatively normal, quote unquote.
Yeah,
as
everything's
normal
normal.
as I can get.
Everything's cool.
Cool.
So you should be on the map. You can put your tokens out there.
Huge.
Well,
Yeah, it is a big map.
It is only the beginning.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll kind of zoom in there.
This seems oddly ominous.
And so
It's huge. Okay.
you've crossed the bridge in the chasm. Now, these two buildings next to you are the two towers that go up. And as you are standing there, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna pull the cat from my bag.
Forgot the cat.
And just set it down. Give it some rations and say, just wait here. We'll be back.
Okay. Give me just an animal handling check. We'll see how this cat's going to react.
That's an 8.
Mm.
I have a +6.
So if you're doing the math at home, folks, that's you rolled a 2.
That's a 2. Yeah.
So as you put the cat down, it immediately does once around you and then starts to want to crawl back into your bag. It has some kind of sense that maybe you aren't picking up yet. I mean, sorry, I just had a thought. You could boot it into, you could punt it like a burrito into the the chasm.
Hey,
I'm
no
joking.
punting animals.
Joking.
No punting
joking.
animals.
It was. Sorry, it's sometimes you're.
This is not the Monty Python
Yes.
flying cat skit, okay? That's not what this is.
Just like
I guess I'll pick it back up.
okay, yeah, it's not wanting to, so it'd probably keep following you if you just left it on the ground. Anyone else?
Abby, perhaps.
Sorry, I cut in.
Oh,
Go
Go ahead, Bob.
I was gonna say I don't want to just leave it walking around and set off a trap or something. No, I'll let it
Abby,
go.
if it wants to stay in your backpack, perhaps you could just keep it there, and perhaps maybe we will need it to go down some small hole. And I'll just shrug
Yeah, maybe.
as I see that you are struggling with this cat.
It hates me.
Cass, were you wanting to do a perception check?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and give me one. And I will go ahead and switch us over to the battle map. There we go. Battle map.
I'm sorry. What?
Go ahead and
The what
well,
map?
well, the map that you are on. It doesn't have to be a battle map. I mean, it's just a map in an area that we can all see.
The trap.
So yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. Anyone else that's kind of looking around, nosing around while you're there, you can give me one as well. What is
I
that?
suppose
Ray, what
so.
did you do?
I have christened the new dice, and the dice gods have blessed me this day. What was it? Perception?
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay. So it was a natural 20. But I have a -1 in perception, so it's
Oh.
19.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
16 for Bull.
16 for
I
Bull,
only got a 10.
19, 10.
I'm distracted by the cat Navi. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, maybe wondering what he's actually going to do with it. Maybe a little relief once you see him put it back in his bag. But Cass, as you're kind of looking around, your eyes go travel up to kind of the archway that is above you, connecting these two towers, and you do see some green. It looks almost like the mold or the rust or the moss rather that was on the portcullis as you came in, kind of hanging up above you. But it's got a little more jiggle to it. Like it's kind of moving in the wind a little bit more than regular moss would. And it's right above Myrna at this point.
I have perceived jiggly moss. Okay.
Sorry. Had to.
I'll go ahead and unceremoniously pull Myrna just to the side and probably expect a backhand, but I will pull you to the side.
I'm sorry. What is, out of curiosity, what is your strength?
My strength is 15.
Okay. Because I was like, you're going to drag a 6-foot-tall, 180-pound dragonborn? I mean, I'm impressed.
I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like just tug you away from the moss.
I'll let you. You don't touch me. So if you're making the effort to do that, it means it must be serious.
Yeah, I'll pull you to the side and just. Sorry, that seems out of place. Let's just skirt around whatever plant life we find. I'm just gonna kind of keeping my eye on it as everyone slowly passes. Just
Yeah, and as you're kind of watching it, you see it does kind of waver in the wind a little bit. It doesn't make any big movements, doesn't move from its location up there, but it is kind of, every now and then it'll start to droop down and then come back up. But I will say, wherever your tokens are, that is where I'm going to assume you are in game. So you are in control of your tokens. So make sure you're where you want to be.
all right.
You know, we're dungeon diving at this point.
So, what's the plan here? Do we just walk in the front door, or do we yell out for Strahd to come meet us here in the courtyard? What are we thinking?
I don't think pistols at dawn is Strahd's style. Besides, if this place is as old and twisted as it seems to be, there could be some things in here that would be helpful to us in the fight.
So you are
Maybe.
suggesting that we sneak around?
Yeah, essentially. Maybe not sneak. I don't know if I'm. It kind of looks at my heavy armor, looks at Myrna's armor, and just, I don't know whether we're good at that, but we can at least steal his stuff in the process.
You have that things that you can keep track of him, yes?
My mark's still up, yeah.
So as long as we are not in the same room, I consider it sneaking.
But
I know what direction he is. I don't know exactly where he is, but I know direction, so I'll know when he comes closer.
it would be super helpful for us if we could convince Strahd to do pistols at dawn. So I think him being
Just
a
doing
vampire-
anything at dawn would probably be useful.
Sorry, I had to.
I actually gets a chuckle out of Cass.
Yeah,
as I
same.
continue forward.
Okay. Yeah, as you kind of continue into this courtyard, things become a little more... The outline of the castle becomes a little more clear, but there is still thick, cold fog that is kind of swirling in and out through this courtyard. You see sporadic flashes of lightning coming from the clouds overhead. Thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle of the rain, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light is spilling out into the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. So now that you guys are kind of past those two towers, heading into the courtyard, you see up above, it's about 50 feet up above, you see this big round window that used to be probably had some stained glass in it, stained glass work, but you see most of it is kind of broken out.
Question.
Yeah.
Since we had 2 days, would Tech have shared his plan? I don't remember if we discussed it last session, like in case Strahd tries to take you again.
Take
That's
me
up to
again?
Tack, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did
where's
we
it going to
just-
take me? We're here.
No, but I mean, like, I'm trying to remember if last session you actually shared in character about how you can cast gaseous form. And if that's something that this time around, if it were to happen.
No, it didn't come out. There was
Okay. I didn't think so,
discussion
but I
about
wanted to
it,
be sure.
but yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure. Where, since I can't see, where is the door?
It's sorry. It's kind of it's underneath. So there's this kind of up above you on the second floor is where the castle goes straight up, but then there is a walkway underneath. I will go ahead and reveal those outlines for you.
Okay.
Nice.
So you should be able to see those outlines there. So yeah, those outlines kind of alcove in, and you can see one of those gargoyles that is up high, kind of smiling down at you. There's a few of them.
Sufficiently creepy. All right.
Some people have no taste.
No taste indeed. Well, it's not tried to kill us yet, so that's a plus.
Could we have Ismark come with us?
Yeah, he's following you. Yeah, just
He's like just chilling in the back, just like I don't really want to go in there.
Well, I had moved him once, and then I went off to a different screen to think ahead. And
I mean, you could make one of us move him if you wanted.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Do you have control over him?
No.
No. How do I? Do
No,
that?
I tried a minute ago.
Go into his character sheet and edit all players.
Can be edited and controlled by all players. All right. So that gives you access to his character sheet. So if somebody actually wants to run him, that would be appreciated.
No.
No. So
Whoa.
are you? So, he's
That's
not.
a bit much.
Are you wanting to go in the front doors?
Yeah, I mean, what are we waiting for, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll gladly
Okay.
keep
All right.
walking. Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, I'm going to move you to a different map because that
Oh,
gets us to where.
this is just a teaser
Sorry.
map.
Yeah, the other one's a big aerial view. So yeah, you all are right here. You should be able to see that.
It's the amuse-bouche of maps.
Oh, we're still tiny. Okay.
Yeah. I'll move Ismark out there. You should be able to move him.
Here we go.
A slightly tighter overhead shot.
If I go to turn the door handle,
The doors are
is
open.
Oh, they're open.
Yeah,
So what do we see?
Yeah.
those
Give me a word
doors.
picture.
Those doors be open. Boop, 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 boop.
All right.
I assume we see something sufficiently
Yeah, I'll
regal
give you-
inside.
Give you a description here in a second.
That is not ominous.
So the ornate outer doors of this castle are open, flanked by fluttering torches in the iron sconces. 20 feet inside the castle is a second set of doors. So I will go ahead and reveal this.
Nice. I like the review.
Oh, it's a
Kill
full, yeah.
bugs.
So yeah, there's an entryway there that you can see. It is lit.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
as
proceed cautiously as I
yeah,
walk
as
through.
you enter in, those next set of doors burst open, and you can see inside the next room. But while you're in here,
Wait, like the doors just open on their own?
yeah, and they open out to you.
Yeah, that's normal.
Fine. It's
But
totally
while
fine.
you're in here, you see above you something. You see above you, kind of ornately hanging in the corners of this room, 4 statues of dragons that are glaring down at you, but their eyes are flickering in the torchlight that is burning down below.
Okay.
It's okay. We're worthy. We've seen it. We can just keep walking
Going
the
to-
laser. Miss it.
Look up at each of them and say in Draconic, any problem if we pass?
You get nothing in return.
They are alive. They certainly are not talkative. And I'll say that to the group.
You can give me a perception check as you're kind of now looking and engaging with
Okay.
these.
Alive but not talkative. Excellent. So they're in the same state as Tack. Got you.
You know, as much as I would love to use my advantage on that, I feel like that it could be much better served. So I will pass.
Yep.
That is, I got a 3.
Yeah, you're focused on the liveliness in their flickering eyes, and yeah, you do have that conversation, but nothing comes back in return.
Do we want to just move forward, or should we shoot it?
Kaboot it.
I mean, fire helps with everything.
Are you sure you want to shoot at every statue that we run into? There could be a lot.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really scared right now.
Well, I can bring out some extra muscle. I've got a few bodyguards, and he'll conjure 4 apes.
My God.
And I think they're just gonna lead the way. I don't know how we do that with tokens. I'll bring like 1 out. I'll bring Kane out here.
So, you're going to conjure 4 apes, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
life-size apes. All right, and this is the thing you can do.
Yeah, he's got a conjure
All right.
conjure animals,
Okay.
and I can do 4 of 1/2.
Holy cow!
CR?
Yeah, so this room gets tight real quick. And are you leaving them in this room? Where do you want them?
They're gonna kind of like take the lead. Say, hey, Jojo, Mojo, Lojo, Scrojo. All right, let's spread out, take the lead, and I guess
All right.
don't run into traps. Well, no, or do
Yeah.
probably.
There are four canes for you there on the board. They're outside that room. It's just getting tight in there. But yeah, so I imagine they kind of flank you, unless you want them in a different place. But if you're sending them into that other room, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, he's gonna send them forward.
Okay. Good old
Good old
Avi-
Michael K.
Michael Caine, baby.
Poor Michael.
Yeah.
Try to remember something. Having courage it does not mean you have no fear. It just means you can triumph over it. Okay?
Okay.
It is okay to be afraid.
I guess. Any slowly just like moves behind Cass.
Fab.
Oh, what the hell?
You, Myrna, as you're looking through those doors that have burst open, you see those
Huh?
apes kind of, climb in. And you
Uh-huh.
recognize this elven man that is sitting at the bottom of the stairs there. Brown skin, long black hair descending, quiet as a cat. He's wearing this gray cloak, black studded leather armor underneath, has a polished scimitar hanging from his belt. And he sees the apes come in first, but he catches your eye. Ah, it is good to see you again. Come in, you and all of your friends, please. The master is waiting.
I'm going to turn to the rest of the group. So, we have a friend waiting to greet us. I would suggest you be prepared if you are not already. And I'm going to take one step into the room. Whoop.
And as you do, you see cobwebs stretching between the pillars and columns that support this vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces around the room. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbing into the darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, through which you hear sad and majestic organ tones. Yes, are you? Come, there are more out there. We have met before. You should not be afraid of me.
Oh, yeah, I'm not afraid of you.
Good. I'm still waiting. I see you picked up some more friends. These hairy beasts. They are not Barovian.
Yeah, we picked them up from like a traveling circus.
I imagine there was a armored tiger in that circus, right? And he steps down one step, and he's now on the landing on the main floor with you. And as he steps down, it like heels click and kind of reverberate throughout the room there, and that being matched with that organ music that is coming from the south, creating a kind of a weird set of noises for you. Yes, if you don't mind, close those doors behind you. Cass, is it?
Good. I'll go ahead and close the doors over. All right. So what's your stick?
It's going to move down here towards those double doors, those bronze double doors. My stick, what do you mean? You have come here for a purpose. And you recognize this man as the one who fought next to Strahd.
Oh, yeah.
Should be abundantly clear.
Oh, yeah.
If I wasn't. And, he has this weird kind of smirk on his face as, you may have bested him once, but, you're back for more. Do you guys give up, or are you thirsty for more kind of thing? My shtick is not important. But you know why you are here. We know why you are here.
Could you, catch the rest of the class up? I think we know why we are here, but we don't know if you know why we... let's just... Cards out on the table.
Yes, you and many others before you have come here seeking to alleviate Barovia of its disease. Not my words, those are words of fallen adventurers before you. I have no idea what you might call my master Strahd.
I mean, we could call him Buddy if, if that works.
Well, he is expecting you, so maybe that is the case. Kind of circles around this way, around these apes. He's kind of standing behind that most southernmost ape.
Is Strahd moving right now? Where is he in proportion to?
Ooh.
Where is he in proportion to the castle? Because my mark.
So you're getting multiple pings. You're getting, and some of them are stronger than others. Some of them are a little faint. You are getting a ping back here. Sorry, in that southern room, it's under. So you can see these double doors down here. You're getting a ping, which would be behind those doors.
Okay. That's concerning. All right. I will go ahead and inform the party. I just checked. He is everywhere.
He is everywhere. He is very skilled and quite masterful. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want... You can always join Strahd and myself. And you can live here. And he kind of points at some of those frescoes up on the ceiling. Well,
I'll run my hand down one of the columns and be like, bit dirty in here, to be perfectly honest.
Well, that would be where you come in. Yes. Our cleaning crew has disappeared. It might be nice to have those spots filled again. And you all look like it could be just you.
Apparently you have never seen my barracks. You would not want me on your cleaning staff.
Well, there might be a different job other than just cleaning. And he steps over to this column. And you, and he steps up behind Ismark at this point. You are from here, and you have brought these people here. That is quite disappointing. Your fear is not like that of other Barovians. Excuse me. What are you doing? I assume you moved.
Yeah, I don't know who moved this mark, but as they did it.
Oh, were you underneath?
No, I moved right. I moved right in
okay.
front.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't really need to talk to him.
Oh.
Let's move this along.
Soon enough. Move this along, yes. What say we move this along? Would you like to come and see what Master has laid out for you?
Well, bring him out here.
No.
I hope it's breakfast.
He is playing music just for you. And at that, you hear some of those organ notes start to pick up in the background.
Well, lead the way.
How many points for wild magic surge? Oh man.
Cranky did donate a reroll for any. You're gonna need it, he says. Yes.
Why are you here? Why are you trying to convince us? Why are you trying to convince us so poorly? Is probably another question to ask. Yes, I'm sure this group of, magic users, warriors, etc., really want to be the new janitors of this castle.
You should know better than most that some things are out of your control.
Sometimes they are.
They are. I'm not trying to do anything. You came here. So it seems that you are doing exactly what Master has wanted you to do. Like I said, he has a table waiting for you, and he cannot wait to meet you. On circumstances different than last.
I'll turn to my party.
And Avi, I should say, as you are next to him now, that you moved in and
It's got rank breath. It just
separated, along with that organ music that's kind of filling this room, you hear what sounds like a choir singing, but it is very much like screams.
Oh, it's a horror choir, I think.
Yes. And your apes could hear it. So you, Bull, you see the ape that is farthest to the right. He's kind of like scratching at his ears a little bit, like dealing with something he's not quite sure of.
Mojo, what's wrong?
Myrna, you would hear it too. This kind of deathly choir that's coming in. And just kind of, it's like that note that pierces the back of your ears, you know. It's like almost like what dogs can hear, just one below. And you're picking it up.
Perhaps at least getting in the same room as him is a good idea. Although, how do we know that it's gonna be the right him?
He is not known to play games with new pets, or adventurers, rather. Sorry. It is him. Come, we'll stop these games. I will stop speaking. I will leave it to him.
I'm going to touch him on the shoulder.
So he's going to start to step away, and as you kind of catch his shoulder, give me a wisdom save.
That's what I was thinking. Son of a bitch. Oh, that's a 3 plus 3.
3 plus
6.
3. That's 6. There is a reroll in the chat.
Okay. I'm going to use it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Somebody got banned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we want to become famous? I just want to play D&D.
I know. I should have listened to him. They were offering followers, primes, and viewers, but
Okay.
I banned them.
That's a 16 plus 3. Thank you, Cranky, for the reroll. Much appreciated.
No reroll. Dax still has advantage, though.
Yeah.
So that screaming, as you touch his shoulder, that deathly choir that is piercing your ear starts to pick up, and it rings so loud and so piercing for a second and then fades away.
Okay.
I appreciate you not touching me. And he kind of gives you this like smirk that is not very kind.
Let me tell you, I'm going to kill you.
And he starts to laugh a little bit. Well, it will be a welcome day for one of us.
I will send you to whatever hole you came out of in a fiery heap.
Ah, now you are getting it. Yes, you are getting it.
And I'll back up. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it right now.
Ah, you are bringing more spunk and fire. And he kind of points at your head. Than many of the last that have come and failed and fallen on these very steps, on these very stones. But please,
I'll say my fire is like really bright.
Please.
He got to me. Yeah.
Please follow me. Follow me. And he starts moving down the hallway.
I will slowly follow. And as I do so, I will glance back to the rest of the party.
I'll be like right on Myrna's tail, not like her literal tail, though. Like,
All right, beefy boys, let's go.
Right this way.
I'm gonna draw the sun sword
He disappears through that door.
and just keep that out.
Okay.
And carry on. I will follow, but I'm keeping the sun sword out.
As he disappears, I'm gonna say, is it really the brightest idea for us to follow? I mean, we could just go up somewhere else. Because this is like Kevin McAllister's death trap, I imagine.
I do not know
Who's
who
Kevin
that is.
McAllister?
Myrna, the doors are open, and since you're there,
Yeah.
you do see in there now, and you see this dining hall, this table that is set up, and you see a man at the back. There's a man in the back who's ready to attack. Sorry. Playing this organ, and it looks very much in the same outline as Strahd. And he's just wailing on this organ. I'll reveal the whole room for you. 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods: roasted beast basted in savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid, with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. At the center of the far west wall, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, is a single, caped figure, pounding the keys in raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, and a deep silence falls over the dining hall. It slowly turns towards you. Rahadin, thank you for bringing my guests. And he's sitting there, kind of spun around on the stool at the organ. Rahadin says, well, master, if there's nothing more you need of me, I will be on my way. And he's
return to your room.
He's
away
going to
from here.
travel through here. And as each of you come within this 10-foot distance of him, you hear that choir start to pierce your ears. You. And he stands next to you, Tak. You will have fun. Please, enjoy yourselves. And he kind of pats you on the shoulder. And he's going to walk away. Please, come in, sit. You've taken so long to get here, and I am happy you are here finally. Do we need to introduce ourselves? I think you know who I am. Please, take your seats.
I'm good. I'm gonna continue standing.
Sorry, I forgot to reveal the token. Jeez, man. Please.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay standing by the door. I'll take out my warhammer and kind of just set the butt of it down on the ground and stand kind of at attention.
You're going to let these apes eat these fine foods that I have prepared for you?
Well, I mean, to be fair, they're pretty hungry, and you've got plenty of food to go around.
Yes, and there's plenty more if you would like. And I should say, Weeskane and Prince, thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. You snuck in there, and I didn't know. Anyways. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Ismark, you take your seat, yes. It's good to see you again. And your sister right behind you. Please, come and sit. You can take my seat if you would like. He'll step aside next to one of the apes.
Generous.
Why so forthcoming, creature?
Surely you are not speaking to these apes. Oh, you are
Speaking to you.
creature. Well, I want to be an appropriate host for these adventurers that come into my castle, yeah. So please, come in, sit.
Out of curiosity, does anything seem off about this particular Strahd compared to the last time we saw him only a few days ago?
Give me a insight check. Are you looking directly at him, trying to pick up, like, do the features match, or are you doing a bigger scan, or are you focused in on him?
I'm going to start with him. Like,
Okay.
does the skin look to be about the same? Do the features look about right? Do the clothing? And then from there, scan outward and, like, what kind of that, what is going on in this room?
Okay.
What am I missing?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a insight check.
That will be 21.
He sounds exactly like Strahd, but there is something off about it. The way maybe some of the candlelight flickers off his face doesn't quite catch his skin in a normal kind of way that candlelight would. So you're getting, something is off.
Not the way candlelight would, as in, like, there is nothing to reflect off of.
So that would be your. Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
We'll do that. Just straight wisdom.
Okay.
Unless you can make a case to.
No, wisdom makes sense.
Okay,
I just. 24.
Oh, dang. The vampire spawn that you've encountered do have that weird skin that kind of reflects light differently. This is like a next level. It's like he's not really there, but he is. There is that vision in front of you, but it's almost like it's very ethereal, very not solid. What's the opposite of solid?
It is strange that you would be so concerned about the apes making a mockery of your fine dining when you make a mockery of this meeting.
Hadu, speak more to that, please. Speak more.
One can only trust their eyes so much. And mine are telling me you are a lie.
Good. Well, you will need these eyes as you explore my castle. Feel free. Feel free to walk around. Enjoy the place. Take in its rich history of Barovia. See all the amenities that it has to offer. And maybe, just maybe, you will meet me for real.
Does that mean that if I do, I get to have what remains of your soul to replace my own missing one?
There is no soul in this body, my dear. It has been gone for a long time.
Then I think you should fear me more than you do. Go ahead, Avi.
Strahd, I can help you out with that. If you're missing a little piece, and he'll go up to the organ and he'll start playing Heart and Soul. Just come on, join all in.
One should ask first before touching another's instrument. You should know this. But please, play away. Play away. Eat and enjoy yourselves. This may be it. I don't know. He's going to take a step back.
Yeah, you didn't have to make it sound weird. I'm sorry I touched your instrument.
Go ahead and give me a performance check. I mean, this organ is massive. Like, you can see in the pictures all the different pipes that are coming out of it. I don't know if you've encountered something this grand before.
That is a 17.
Yeah, the first two notes are a little discordant, but you come in and boop, 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 get right to it. Yeah, and you play the tune that you want to play, and it fills this room. And if those doors were open, it would billow out into that hallway. But yeah.
I think it needs a tune-up, but sounds good so far.
Well, if you have no other questions of me, please sit and enjoy and eat. And I will be with you shortly, maybe later down the hall.
Which way down the hall would that be? Just for between us, good friends.
And with that, he disappears.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, all right.
I'm going to give you the biggest side eye, Cass.
I'm gonna dig into the food that's on the table.
Yeah, what did the spread look like? I don't.
Let's see. Delectable foods. Roasted beast basted in a savory sauce. Roots, herbs of every taste. Sweet fruits and vegetables. Fine china and silver. You have a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. So, Attack, what are you digging into?
Whatever's close by. I'll definitely drink out of the goblet. And after a few bites, I'm going to put my silverware in my pocket.
Okay. Add
Because
a
I'm petty.
silver set of silverware. Yeah, it tastes great. I mean, the best meal you've had since you've been in Barovia. The roasted beast, the sauce is just like over the top. It's very.
Might as well eat, guys.
I keep
Could
wanting
be
to
our
say
last time.
moist, but I don't want to say moist. That's a bad word.
Well, you
Scrumptious?
just did twice.
I'll say it again. Yeah, everything tastes good. Everything looks good. Yeah, the amber liquid is kind of it's got like a effervescent-y, champagne-y kind of feel. Speaking of, Happy New Year. Oh. Champagne for sure.
I'm drinking anything from that table. I'm not touching anything from that table.
For real. Yeah, I'm not. I'm with Cass.
I would like to take a couple of the fruits and the vegetables are, well, at least the fruit is whole, right? Like not cut up and sauteed or anything, let's just say.
There are some dishes of like candied apples that have been kind of roasted in a sugary kind of. They got
But nothing
a
raw.
syrup on there. There are some it's more in like the centerpiece. There are some raw fruits.
I'm going to take a couple of those and put them in
Okay.
my pack.
Okay. Yeah, but everything that's like on a dish, on a serving dish, has been prepared in some sort of way.
Poisoning's not really his style, y'all.
Oh, I am not worried about poisoning.
Bull's gonna dig in because he did not get rations at the last place.
Quick question.
Mhm.
If I were to walk this room and just kind of like run my hand around the walls and stuff, does anything seem out of place?
Give me
Okay.
a investigation check. And as Myrna, you get up and start moving around, you hear the wind and starts to kind of fill this room, starts to chill this room and rise and roaring through the halls. You hear a couple slams, a couple like doors slamming shut, and
Mhm.
any light that was coming in from underneath the double door has gone out, like the torch light that was out there has gone out. But there we are.
Okay. I got a 15.
Nothing is really sticking out to you. There are these little alcoves which are kind of weird. Nothing in them. But yeah, nothing is kind of popping out at you.
Okay.
So I don't know how you want to handle this with my passive perception being 21.
So here's how I'll handle that.
It kind of just ruins everything.
It kind of does, but because Myrna was making that, I'll kind of have you tack it on top. How's that sound?
Sure.
I mean, I'll give you some things.
That's fine.
Right, with your passive, but some things you gotta kind of work for. Otherwise, But I don't want you to waste the observant feat. So, because Myrna did look and you see her around the perimeter here of this room. She steps in front of the organ, and as she picks up her foot, you do see some scrapes in the stone underneath her foot as she's lifting it up and moving towards the north of the room and working down that northern wall. And they kind of they're arced scrapes.
Myrna, come check this out. And I'll point out the scrapes, assuming that the organ slides. Would we say it's the organ or where the door is, or sorry, not the door, where the wall would be?
You would say it's the organ. It's right in front of the organ.
Yeah, I think this organ actually moves.
Curious, isn't it? Do you want to give me a hand?
Sure, yeah.
Try and push the organ?
Or pull in the arc
Yeah.
that it would go?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nothing is... You don't see any levers around the outside. You can't pull it. It's kind of... It feels like it's latched somewhere to the wall still. Who's this guy? Oh.
Who's what?
Wow. So it's so weird. Myrna, your token is where Strahd is on the GM layer, but it looks like it's it's this weird kind of face now. Sorry. Yeah, it literally looks like something else. People in chat can see it. But I'm like, who's this wolf man? It looks like he's got these kind of,
I kind of want to look at it.
It's freaking me out.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're like, who's this guy? I'm like, why is the GM asking that question?
Well,
Yeah, you tell me.
I went over and I checked your token, see if anybody updated their token for some reason, and then I'm like, weird. But yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'll do a... I don't know, perception to see if I can figure it out, or investigation.
We'll stick with your passive here. After kind of fiddling around with it enough, you notice that one of the foot pedals on the organ has less wear and tear than the others.
Maybe we need... I hate to say this, but maybe we need Bull to help us.
Hey, Bull.
Got a piece of chicken in his mouth. Yeah. Yes.
Bull, we need you over here with the... Is it organ?
I can do that. I do know that the sound of music does have the power to move. And he will play a little ditty and hit that pedal.
Yeah, as you hit that pedal, that organ starts to move you. You're on the bench and it's moving you because you're on the kind of this pedestal platform, and it moves and swings out towards the north about 2 feet between the organ and the wall in this corner right here.
Found our first secret, y'all.
That is true.
I should have expected that. All right, no more playing games.
And you can kind of make sight in there, and you see as you're looking through into that room.
Mirrors?
Through the you can see the castle courtyard is visible through the arrow slits in the north and west walls. Leaning against the walls are mirrors of various sizes, some as tall as a human and others small enough to fit in a backpack.
Can I take one of the mirrors small enough to fit in a backpack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. You do that just fine. But yeah, this room is like literally just lined with mirrors of all shapes and sizes. Some broken, some kind of tattered around the edges, some cracked through them, not totally shattered yet.
It's a lot of bad luck.
Man, I didn't take you as someone who would look in a mirror too often. You got a plan?
I'll smirk, and I'll just look over at Bull. Two things. One, vampires often do not show a reflection. It is a good way to tell what we are looking at. And two, have you never used a mirror to look around the corner?
No, I can't say I have actually. I've got, and you see like he'll open up his like cloak a little bit, and like the little weasel pops out. He's like, I got Kane here to do that.
Why are all of your familiars... Never mind. It is an option, in case Kane is unavailable.
That's a good plan. He'll grab a mirror and put it in his pack as well.
Okay.
Come on, Beaver boys, swing in on here.
How long do your apes last?
They last an hour, so I don't know
Okay.
how long this interaction has taken. So it might be close to.
We'll say we're about a
Beefy boys.
half hour in, maybe closer to 45 minutes. So you got some time. Still there. Well, yeah, I'd say closer to the 45 minutes after your investigation of the room and eating and that kind of thing.
Fair.
Okay. So I see some of us have moved south there. This is a turret post. A high domed ceiling caps a 30-foot wide octagonal room before you. Frescoes faded with age adorn the ceilings, but their images are impossible to make out. Tall, thin arrow slits look out over the courtyard there. And you do see a long hallway running east to west there.
Oh, is that just like all spider webs? in
Yeah,
there?
so this corridor running east to west, cobwebs fill the hall, obstructing sight beyond a few feet. So
I'm
I
gonna just take
shut my
control
fire.
flame.
Yeah.
And just straight down this hallway and just obliterate.
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever lit a cobweb on fire, you know what that looks like. It just kind of moves right through. And you see a spiral stairwell towards the end of it.
Up, down.
From what you can see is up.
Okay.
I'll move forward.
Yeah, if you move forward down that hall, you do see it goes down as well.
Well,
And as you can kind of like look up and look down a little bit, it goes quite a distance in both directions.
Okay.
No better place to start, I guess. Also gets us away from the prying eyes that we were privy to.
did the organ swing back as we moved in, or is it still open?
Just a second. After a few minutes, yeah, it does
Okay.
swing shut.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming he just knows where we're at all times, anyways.
That might be a good assumption. I guess the door did swing open when we approached the castle, but
Right. Is everyone as ready as you can be?
You going up or down?
Devil's choice.
It depends. We looking for him? Or we looking for other stuff first?
I imagine he would be farther down below.
I mean, yeah, tombs don't typically exist in the upper echelons of the castle. likely be below ground.
You'd be surprised. However, vampires do want to be as far away from sunlight as possible. So I imagine up would be our better course.
Indeed. I still think there's going to be something in here that's going to be useful. Or at the very least, we can go ahead and find some more damn potions.
I mean, there is the mechanical man around here somewhere.
This is true.
That too.
Oh, I have a question. What time of day was it when we arrived at Strahd's castle?
It's gonna be closer to the evening time, like I'd say 6 or 7.
Okay,
So he
so
had
we are
dinner
getting to the
prepared
point
for
where
you.
now... Okay. Smart adventurers would have waited an extra day.
Meh.
Eh.
We're gonna have to sleep in here for a night at some point anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
I seriously doubt we're getting to Strahd before the sun comes up.
Yeah. So if I were to go up, is that this little... I can't ping. This little thing that I'm in front of, or is it the stairway to my right? Because I can't see.
Up goes to your right.
Up goes to my right.
Yep.
Okay.
And down to your left. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure. So I'm going to go up then.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and slide the slun blade? The sun blade. Slide the sun blade. There we go. Across my arm and activate my Rite of the Frozen.
Okay.
And just keep it in my hand, ready.
Yeah, what are you ready for?
Don't you play games with me.
So the stairs ascend about 50 feet. And if you open up towards the bottom of the map, you see more stairs going up, but then you see that same kind of spider-webbed hallway. To your left.
Just saying, I think I'd rather fight vampires than giant spiders. Just like, if we had to pick, I think I know which one I'd rather fight.
Or phase spiders. No thanks.
Yeah, no, none of that. No.
Avi?
Yeah, I'm on mute. Sorry. Yeah, I'll do the same thing all the way down this hallway.
Do we want to go from the top and work our way down, or do we want to go down the hallway first?
I mean, maybe top down, so we clear everything. I don't know.
Towards the end of the hallway, you see another one of those octagonal turret posts, and then you do catch a hallway going north.
Yeah, I want to look down the hallway too, see if there's any like traps or anything that may be weird.
Nothing sticking out to you. By how ill-traveled this path is the trap enough, I guess.
Okay.
Cass, as you get to the end of that, you see another archer's post. There's some slits in the wall. You can see the courtyard out there.
Do we see any like same kind of... Sorry, this organ is real. Do we see any kind of like levers on this side that would indicate another door to get out of this hallway?
You can give me an investigation check.
Ooh,
We can say that counted for, as you were looking through the hallway there and moving into the turret and the archer's post.
That's an 18 plus 2. Dirty 20.
There's no imperfections in the wall. No levers are sticking out to you. Seems relatively smooth. Besides all the cobwebs.
Sounds like we're heading up.
I'll head up then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come back and relay that there was nothing really.
Oh, I thought that was you. Really? Okay. Sorry.
Thank goodness for the complete dead end. Up we go.
You needed a 21 on your investigation.
To find the dead
Yeah.
end, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Goodness.
Oh, shoot.
Goodness.
Why would there be a secret passageway to a dead end? What kind of dirty trick is that?
Like, watch the documentary about that murder house.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they hide the bodies when there's too
Well,
many
no, I
of them.
meant like doors that open up into walls,
Yeah, was
doors
it-
that open up into the outside.
I
Is
Yeah.
that
hate
the
that.
Winchester house?
I can't remember the name of it. I saw it years ago.
So as
But-
you ascend these stairs, you get to what is now like the catwalk outside of the castle.
What is there anything out on the catwalk?
Yeah,
like
so
gargoyles?
There's
or-
a 10-foot wide walkway that encircles most of the keep, and you would have saw this as you were approaching outside. Drizzle of rain continuing, occasional clap of thunder, stroke of lightning. You can see down below you the cobblestones of the courtyard, and even up above still are the gargoyles.
Higher than where we're at?
Yeah.
What is this passageway? And so when we look back to the house itself, oh shit, there's a passageway that way. Like, looking at the map, are these doors or windows?
Those would be windows.
So yeah, I guess as we pass by them, can you see into those?
There's no amount of prep that one
this
can
party?
do. Never in any like different scenarios that I played out in my mind would be like, yeah, they'll go down this way. So
That means we're the best players.
that does mean that, yes, it
We
is
shouldn't-
not.
We shouldn't have played those two
Yeah,
games of
yeah.
Overwatch.
It is. Getting called out for playing Overwatch before the game. No, like over Christmas break, I did a lot of like reading, and it's just there's so many different ways to come in and add it, and there's so many levels. Like your perception gets kind of messed up when you're coming in from a different way, I should say. So,
Oh.
in this first window, you can't see a whole lot in there. It is dark in there, so if you don't have dark vision, you can't see a whole lot. There is a little bit of outside light that does kind of creep in. But you see the makings of another banquet table in there. You could just see the edge of it. In that first window.
Can you open the window?
Give me a perception check, sorry.
15.
It does not open. It is that same kind of like, it's all iron, wrought iron in place, and does not open. As you kind of look around and
It's 4 apes right there. I'm certain they can open a window.
Well, I mean, do we want to head around or go downstairs?
I mean, we are up here. We might as well take a look.
Somebody with the most HP want to go first?
I see how it is. All right.
I'll walk.
So,
I'll walk.
Old beefy boys, and he's gonna make 2 of them run in this direction, and then 2 run to the south.
Time's running out on them. Got to use them.
It's
No.
true.
As far as you can, and attack whatever gets in your way.
so yeah, you're having them leave.
Yeah, they're just kind of running out
Okay.
ahead of us in either direction, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know if the south way goes anywhere, since that looks like it's about on the map.
it does not. It kind of like deadens in a castle wall that is there. And underneath is like a walkway. There's an arched walkway underneath. As you get over to the end, that kind of tower over here, where Cass is headed, you do see a ladder that is going up.
Up.
Yeah, it's you kind of enter a spire here. So you're not out in the open anymore. Once you get in there, you do see some more arrow slits, but you are in one of those spires, and there is a ladder that goes up.
Hey, Gary, Larry, you want to head up there?
Wait. I thought they. Never mind.
I think they're about ready to disperse fairly quickly here. So I'll give you like another action with them, but I do think they're going to start to fade away. But they do climb up that ladder.
I mean, that's kind of anything. If they're like disappearing as they go up the ladder, like Bo will drop to his knees and kind of like fake cries, like they're all just so young.
They were my most favorite pets. Yeah, they get up there and they open there's a little hatch. They open it up and yeah, they're up there, and then I'll say they disappear.
Well, it looks like my hairy boys have found a hatch. If anybody wants to jump in.
The one thing we probably should have found is a map. This place is huge.
I didn't think they were selling some at the gift shop.
You know, that's what the castle needs. The castle needs a gift shop.
We'll put it in the suggestion box before we leave then. What is down this walkway?
Going north?
Yeah.
Yeah, it continues towards the front of the castle, and yeah, your vision kind of fades away before you can get to the end of it.
Jesus. Hey, can we see in the windows as we pass by? Sorry, Mary.
Oh no, go ahead.
No. How far are you going? What windows are you talking about?
The one by right here as we pass.
Yeah,
by.
again the same. Not a whole lot of light coming in. No light inside. Same window makeup. But you don't catch anything in this room.
Ew.
All I was gonna say anyway was that I can walk up if people want to do stuff with the hatch or whatever. So.
I'll go up the ladder.
Do it, Tack.
Okay.
33 hit points.
Fine, I'll do it.
Somebody's gotta.
So as you climb up there, you just
I was gonna poke my head up, but all right.
Okay. You see there's like an attic to this parapet, and it does kind of dome ceiling off. No, there aren't any arrow slits up that high, but it is an empty room.
I'll come back down. Nothing up there. Empty attic. Probably arrow storage back when this was, a functional castle.
That point.
That could be a place where we settle down for the night.
Wouldn't be a terrible idea to keep in mind if we need to shore up somewhere that, there's only one way in and one way out of it, and it's a ladder, so...
Are there any windows in there?
No, it's pretty much just the dome top of the spire, so...
We can make one.
We don't need a window. I'm just saying if we need to hole up somewhere, we can pull the trap door closed, and then all we have to defend is a ladder.
Exactly.
Some small holes, however, may give us daylight, which will also...
That's possible, yeah.
Myrna, at the edge of your sight there, you see what looks like a armored guard walking towards you. And as it catches eyes with you, it just starts to run, and it is running directly at you.
Okay. Well, I still have my Warhammer
Okay.
drawn. I haven't put that away, so.
Okay. It's running. It's getting
Mina,
closer.
you seeing this?
About 15 feet away, running, and it is going to.
I'm just gonna step back behind you.
It is going to great sword attack you, Myrna. Unless you had if you wanted to ready that attack.
Yeah, I'll ready it.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought.
That's all right. It is going to get a great sword attack in on you.
Okay.
It was picking up speed. That's an 11 to hit. Probably not going to
No.
do it. So go ahead and
No.
do your ready to attack, and then we'll go ahead and roll initiative. I'm putting Ismark on the plane.
21.
Or do you already have?
Does
him?
21 hit?
21 hits.
Yes. 8.
And then everybody go ahead and roll initiative while that's taking place.
It'll be 7 points of bludgeoning damage on the armor.
Okay. Remind me here in just a second. Okay. Oh, nice.
Ew.
You have Ismark's sheet. If anybody can run him if they want to do.
I can't see his sheet nor his token anymore.
I
I got his token.
put him out there.
Right here.
I can see his token.
Okay,
but
I see his
cannot
token
sheet.
now, but we can't see his sheet.
Is there a special edit? Oh, I'll put it in your journals. That might help. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it is in your journal. So
Oh, I see now.
where all your characters are. Okay. Sorry about that.
I'll roll his initiative.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll. Ooh, 20 for Ismark.
I got an 8, by the way.
Okay. Do you need me to add you in there manually?
If you would be so kind. Shit, I guess that's better than everybody else.
I know.
Our initiative roll is so
kinda-
bad.
It's kind of bad. Yeah.
God.
Who has not
Yeah.
rolled over a 10 in like
It goes 20.
any battle?
8, 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 9. Cass, why are you after the 5? Why?
I don't.
You must have came in late. All right, there we are. So Ismark, I'll let you guys run him unless you want me to. But
Heavy crossbow at the thing.
sure, go ahead. First, Myrna, how much damage did you do?
7.
And was it just regular damage?
Bludgeoning.
Math. Okay. Yeah, Ismark, go ahead.
21.
We need like some battle music in Sirenscape, so give me a second.
Yeah, folks, we are our sponsor. No, that is so weird. I think it's only so that we don't get the copyright claim.
Yeah. And I'll say it. Hey, this is Sirenscape music, so turn it up just a little bit. Yeah, so this armor is barreling towards Myrna, tries to strike Myrna. Myrna, you get a Warhammer blow in. Hit that. What did
It's
you
like
roll?
Heavy breathing.
Yeah.
It was 7.
Did Ismark roll for attack?
Yeah, 21.
Okay, sorry.
21.
Sorry. 7 damage. Ismark rolled 21. That hits.
And 9 piercing damage.
Damn, Ismark
Yes.
OP, dude.
That's a heavy crossbow. It's 1d10 plus 1.
Okay. Cass.
Alrighty. I'm gonna hit him with the quick 1-2. I'm gonna go ahead and he's probably really good at this, or he's immune, or whatever. I'd like him to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
What would this be for?
Frostbite. Cantrip.
Okay. All right. Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
That's a 17.
Yeah, didn't think so. Okay. So, yeah, I cast Crossbite. Crossbite? God, what is wrong with me today?
Crossbite.
I cast Frostbite, and seeing that it's had no effect, I kind of grit my teeth, and I will... Can I get past either of them at this point?
You can move freely through an ally space, so you could get past Bull and next to the armor right there.
Cool. 25. I want to get right behind him. I'm going to use Mystic Frenzy to allow me to use my bonus action to do a melee attack on him.
Okay.
Oh, that art is sweet.
Yeah, so I just shared the art for your art is the best of all the art.
Stop it.
As you are now engaging with this, you do see some kind of ghostly figures rising up and out where the helm would be, but it is quickly goes away, and as it's kind of crackling towards you, go ahead, Cass, finish.
Does a 22 hit?
22 hits, yeah.
Good. All right, that is a 9 points of magical slashing and 6 points of cold.
Okay.
This thing is undead, and then it's radiant.
Okay.
I don't think it's undead, technically.
No. Yeah, after you you shot your cold at it, you can definitely tell it's a construct. It's, there is that undead kind of feel to it that is kind of moving in and out of the joints of this armor, but definitely not the driving force behind the movement, we should say.
Oh, sorry, it's not slashing, it's all radiant.
Okay. All radiant. Yep. Okay. Is that
Sweet.
it, Cass?
Yeah, I'll have my time.
All right, Avi.
Okay. I'm just gonna cast a firebolt.
Okay.
Which
Pew,
is 14.
That does not hit. Firebolt comes whizzing between Bull and Myrna and just kind of like clings off one of his pauldrons on his this armor and just kind of fizzles out.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. It's its turn to act. Again, with that great sword in its hand, it's just going to crack down twice on Myrna. Oh, shoot. Jeez. I rolled a 3. Not going to do it. And
I think that misses.
a 16 total.
Mana!
Yeah, that misses.
The 16 misses
Holy
as well?
wait. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so both these
I'm
clangs...
sorry, you rolled a 3, which added to a 16.
Multi-attack. One was a 3. One was a 3. Sorry.
Okay.
The other roll was not a 3.
Yeah, both miss.
Nice. Darth Kaz, thanks for the gifted sub to Wild Paparazzi. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's its turn. I can't hit anything. Myrna, back to you.
All right. Huh. So, yeah, I'll just take another hit at it.
Okay.
That is it. Where is my? There it is. That is going to be a 17. Does that still hit?
17 does not hit.
Okay. I would like to use my War Priest ability and make a secondary attack as a bonus action.
Okay. And I should say, Cass, as you entered its area, you are getting a blip of Strahd from this piece.
Oh, it has my mark of castigation on it. Or is it because if it's marked, it takes damage. If it counts as Strahd, it takes damage.
It's not the official mark.
Okay, it's just more of a residual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I was going to say, in that case, psychic damage, but it's a construct, so it might just be immune.
No. Maybe. Myrna.
So I rolled a 23, which I know hits for 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Just straight bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, and I'm done.
Okay. Bull. Avard. Boulevard.
He's gonna pull out his crossbow that he recently bought from Myrna.
Okay.
Well, I'll give it a shot. And
technically,
is it a disadvantage because it's so close?
You're in melee, so that would be disadvantage. But I'd give you a straight roll because Cass is on the other side.
Okay, I'll take that.
I mean, honestly, I should have said Myrna had advantage. Because Cass on the side. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
That's a natural 20.
What? Let's get those 20s in the chat, though. Yeah, I like that.
And I guess that's only. I mean, that's only 2d8 though, so there's nothing.
Only 2d8.
Oh. Did you roll 2?
It's a whole 7 damage there.
Okay, what kind of damage?
Piercing.
Piercing. Okay, 7 damage. All right.
And no one has taken like any hits yet, right?
Nobody has been hit. It has whiffed 3 times to Myrna.
That's true. Bo will look to Myrna and say, "Myrna, you are looking very dodgy today," and he'll give her bardic inspiration.
It's now what? D8?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Is that it, Bull?
That's it.
Okay. Tack. In the back. He's way down there.
Yeah, that's where I like to be.
It's kind of at the end of your vision, unless you have dark vision.
I do.
Okay, then yeah, you can kind of make out what's going on. It is quite a ways away.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast because it has a range of 120 feet, and that's only about half the range there.
Yeah,
so.
it's 65 feet away, so yeah, you can definitely blast.
And that is a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
And a 21.
Both hit.
One is 10 points of force damage. The other is 5 points of force damage.
So 15 total. Any sort of boons to your Eldritch Blast?
There are, but I can't make use of them right here.
Okay.
I can push with it, but I have to push directly away from me, and Cass is in the way, so
Okay.
it wouldn't push anywhere.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else, Tack? You want to move closer?
Nope, I'm good right here.
All right, Ismark, your turn. Crossbow again. Avi, you rolling?
Who's
for
running
Ismark?
Ismark?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Avi's
Sorry,
I was like, who's running his mark?
I had it was behind layers of other open.
One of those hits for 9 piercing.
So wait, the first one was 5. The last one was from. the first one.
You're the only one rolling in roll 20. Yeah, so 5 misses. Boom.
Are you sure?
Does he get advantage because flanked? Do we do that for?
No, not for range.
All right, then, yeah. So yeah, 5 misses. I mean, remarkably enough.
Theoretically, it's probably at a disadvantage because he's firing.
Yeah,
Into
Cover.
combat.
I don't do that a lot, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, Cass, it's your turn.
All right. This guy is a douche. All right, I'm just gonna whack him twice.
You
That's-
didn't even talk to him. How do you know?
Yeah, be fair.
He just sprinted at us and great sworded you twice.
We are walking on his territory, okay?
He could be
Did you ever
missing
get
on
plate
purpose.
mail, Cass?
What was that?
Did you ever get plate mail? Don't rough him up too much. Just don't rough him up too much. Once we knock it down, you can just pick his pieces
Wear
up
it.
and wear them.
Nice.
24 on the first hit, and I dropped my d20 on the second. That's fine. 24 and a 20.
The 24 hits.
Good. All right. Cool. That's fine. Okay.
21's our target, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, double ones on the damage. Damn. Right. So 5 points of radiant, 1 point of cold.
Okay. All right. Avi, anything else, Cass? I guess I should say.
Nah, I'm just trying to get this thing's attention. so that it stops wailing on my friend.
Hey, it hasn't hit yet. Anyways, Avi.
How is this thing looking?
I mean,
Fine.
it's looking okay.
Like I don't want to use any spell slots, y'all. I'll just cast Firebolt again.
All right.
That's a +6. Ooh, 19 plus 6.
Yeah, that hits.
That's a 2d10. 2d10.
2d10.
That's a 1
Nice. Dig.
and a 7, so 8 total.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Avi?
No, I'll just hang out back here with Ismark. Just whatever, shooting the ship.
All right. Shoo-doo-doo-doo. You're wearing armor, yeah, Myrna? You see
Yeah.
this hand start to like crackle up and start to be imbued with this kind of lightning kinetic energy, and it reaches out to like just kind of punch you right in the chest.
Uh-huh.
Geez Louise, dude. That's going to be a 12 to hit.
Nope.
And it rears back one more time for another punch. I might need some new freaking dice. There we go. That's going to be a 21 to hit. That one hit?
Still misses.
Yeah, right. Still misses. Still misses. No, that hits.
All right. Well, I rolled crummy. So what do I get? 5, 6, 7 lightning damage.
Okay, so that would be 3 points.
3. Yep. If you're resistant to lightning.
I'm resistant.
Awesome. Good one to choose there. But yeah, as its fist connects with your armor, you just feel that lightning just start to crackle around, and you're very comfortable around that, so it's not shaking you very much. But it's your turn.
So I crack my neck and I bare my teeth as this thing takes
I love
its
it.
punch. Ooh, nice. Another 21. So
That hits. And you have
Where's my
advantage.
D8?
You have advantage because Cass is on the other side. We'll say that. So if you want to,
I don't need.
If you want to try for the crit, I mean, it's an opportunity.
Still didn't get a crit, but I got a 26.
Okay. Yeah.
Or 20. No, I can count. 24. All right. So
Hits.
5, 6. That'll be another. Oh. I wanted to use my bonus action. Oh, well. That'll be another 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And with my bonus action, I will cast Magic Weapon for the next round.
Okay. All right. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Bolt.
How high? Like, I'm assuming this wall to our left is kind of like the overlooking the courtyard.
Yes. You
Like-
are like 50 feet up.
No, I mean, like, how high is this wall next to us on our left?
Oh, it's just like a rail, like a deck rail. So like
Okay.
hip height.
Bull is going to try to throw this guy over the edge.
Oh my god.
A dig. All right. So you're going to give me a strength check,
Okay.
unless you're using like magical means.
No, if I
Okay.
had telekinesis, it would be dope, but no, it's
Alright.
just.
Okay. Yeah. So strength check versus their strength. Right.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20 if it counts if it hits the ground. I'm kidding. All right, I'm gonna roll. All right. I didn't roll well. I rolled a 12.
Hey, well, that's higher than I rolled. I got a 9.
All right, so you come into it and try to like get purchase on a side of its plate mail, and as you're there, you notice like the ornate kind of golden filigree that is around this is rather stunning. There's a nice kind of mural in the middle. There's some angel wings down the legs, and it's all very like shiny gold. There are some wear and tear, but you're trying to like pick him up, and it just kind of just stands there, and is far too heavy. Anything else, Bull? Bold move. I like it. I mean, using the environment. Environmental kills are kills. But not this time. Is that it, Bull?
Yeah, that's everything.
All right. Attack.
Well, I tried again.
I would like the construct to take or make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Is there an effect?
Yeah, there's a loud bell that rings out.
Okay.
As I told the dead.
Okay. All right. So wisdom save.
Yep.
That's an 8.
He needs a 16, so he's going to take 2d12,
Negative.
which is 5. He takes 5. 5 necrotic damage.
Not great. Not great.
Well, you roll a 1 on your d12.
But you
Sad
do. I mean, that's the sweet and the sour of a D12 there. You do see that kind of, not you, but the people that are up close see that wisping, kind of foggy smoke kind of at that Toll of the Dead, kind of move around and almost like pinball inside of its chest as it's ringing a little bit. Anything else, Tack?
That is it.
All right, Ismark.
Oh, I have to move, but you can go ahead and move to Smart.
Ismark, hit the mark. Oh, Ismark
Yeah,
getting
he's
in
gonna-
melee?
He's getting in the fray. He's gonna put down his crossbow and pull out his two-handed longsword and attack twice.
Okay.
First one for 22.
Yeah, that one hits.
That is 13 slashing. Second one for 16.
That one does not hit. 13 slashing. Okay. Yeah, it's looking rough. It's looking rough. Cass. Some
All
of
right,
its, some of
two
its
more.
loose armor chunks begin to fall off and kind of clang down at its feet. Looking rough.
2 more strikes.
Okay.
2 more strikes.
You have advantage, to Myrna.
Okay. So first roll would be 23.
That one hits.
Second roll would be 12 plus 7. That's not going to hit.
No.
It's fine. It's fine. Fine. Don't worry about it. That is going to be 8 points of radiant and 3 points of cold.
Okay. Yeah, looking even rougher. Okay.
Damn.
Still standing though. Anything else, Cass?
That's it for me.
Avi.
All right. I'll just cast Firebolt again. That's a 9.
Nah.
None of us want to waste anything on this.
Jeez.
I mean, I would because I get it back on a short rest, but I don't have
Yeah.
much in the way of like combat spells short of lightning bolt, which would light up a lot of you.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Like lightning bolt though.
Okay.
Specifically for you, Arna. If you take half damage and then you make your reflex save, it's
We're fine. Totally.
I'll blast right through you. It'll be okay.
That's fine. I'm here for this.
Bull.
Oh.
It is going to try to pick you up and throw you.
Oh no. No. Wait.
Let's go.
Never mind.
Can I use different
All right. It's wait.
strength?
Wait. Question. If he tries, I shouldn't say he. If it tries to pick up Bull, does that count as disengaging from melee with me?
No,
No.
that corner
Damn.
counts. So he's already kind of engaged with Bull from the last interaction.
Is it considered an attack against Bull?
I would imagine after he's going to try to throw him, that would be the attack.
I'm trying to argue my reaction for Sentinel. Thank you. So it's. I get it.
Would this trigger a sentinel? I mean, he would have to disengage. Is that what you're saying?
He'd have to disengage,
Yeah.
or if he's attacking a target other than me, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against it.
He is going to attack Bull.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, if it's reaching to throw Bull, is
Yeah.
that technically considered an attack as it'd be reaching for Bull?
I'd call it an attack. It's
All right.
aggressive.
All right.
And now can Bull use acrobatics to dodge nimbly,
Yeah.
dodge out of the way?
Yeah, you can use Dex, yeah.
Right. So that is going to be 24. 25 actually because of the +1. 5, 6, 7, 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right, Bull, let's do the... Yeah, he's looking real weak. Let's do our roll-off here. Oh, not great.
It was at 23 for a dodging.
Shoot. Yeah, he kind of gets you up, and you almost like slide out of your jacket and fall down, and he's left like grabbing air because he was engaged with you, but you're able to kind of slurp down. But that's his action. I was hoping that would work. Knock you off the edge here, Myrna. What do you finish this? He's looking like really rough.
All right. So 23.
Hit.
Another 8 bludgeoning.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it dead?
Yeah. How do you want to do that? Like,
Take my last swing and blow it over the other side of the wall with my hit.
and it kind of topples over Ismark standing there and plummets. And he's now like, you're basically over the front steps, and you see this plate armor that's kind of just down. We are out of initiative. Out of initiative.
I just slowly walk to the edge and just look over the side from where this armor fell.
I can't even make a joke with poor Cass right now. I just... Wait, it's just in front of the front door, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have to go down to the first floor to go down to the basement, so still a chance.
I wanted that.
So you get it when we go back downstairs. We still have to go down to the first floor. You can get it then. Or, if you would like, next time we run into one, I will save it for you. How's that?
Normally I would say yes, but that one was fancy. It seems important.
And how do you know that others will not be just as fancy?
True, true. Alright, you've convinced me. I'll grit my teeth a little bit and kind of smile as I step away from the side.
Now, is this a window that we're basically fighting right next to? I guess I'll ping it.
Man, what even floor are we on? Jeez. God, I swear, man. Give me 1 second. I need to look. Where are
That's never a good sign.
Well, usually they have like numbers. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, there it is. Okay. Those are windows there. And you do see faint flickering light in there. Not enough to light the whole room, but and the windows honestly are kind of like sooty, so it's hard to get like a clear vision anyways. But you do see the flickering of like 3 different kind of candelabras.
Well, gang, do we want to pop back inside here. We're gonna walk around the catwalk.
On the catwalk.
Do my little tour.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well,
you know,
I did promise Cass some more armor, so. But I'm willing to do whatever the group feels is necessary.
And is it the same, like, I guess, iron bars
Yep.
over the windows?
Yep.
Well, I'm, not suited for bending metal, as you may have just witnessed. So if anybody else wants to take a crack at this.
well, do we want to see what's up here more around the catwalk, or do we want to hop inside?
That depends. Are we going to get run down by another suit of armor?
But I thought that is what you wanted.
I mean, yes, exactly. That's why I'm saying if we're going to get run down by another suit of armor, I want to stay outside.
What about this? What if one of us walks the parapet? And if there's nothing up here, then the rest of us haven't had to walk. And then we go back inside.
Sounds like a plan.
I will go walk.
Yeah, I guess while Myrna's walking, I'm gonna try, and DM, I'm gonna need you to work with me here. I'm gonna try and heat this metal up to get it to on the window.
Okay.
I can either use like control flame and get it hot enough, or use the actual spell heat metal. I'd prefer not to use the spell heat metal because that's a spell slot.
Yeah. What are you trying to do exactly?
I want to get it to where we can get the metal hot enough that we can break into this window easily without making a ton of noise and just...
Yeah, to do that, you'd have to use the heat metal. With the I guess, control fire, that's I would believe that would spill over into the glass itself and send that to a breaking point, where if you were just focusing on the metal, it'd be a little more controlled.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cranky's calling you out in chat. Avi, Scrooge with the spell slots there.
The second level spell slot.
Oh.
No, but I'm good as we do that. But I'll kind of wait until I hear back from Myrna to make sure we're not splitting the party in any way.
So Myrna's going to the end with, it looks like Bull is there as well.
Yeah, he's gonna tag along.
Okay. Yeah, you get to the end and you see the same kind of covered tower that goes up. The same ladder underneath.
As I get to the corner, I'm going to take out that mirror and like check around the corner. Is there a suit of armor that I can immediately see?
No suit of armor.
Okay. I'm going to keep walking then.
Okay. And then how are you waiting for them to return, Avi?
Yeah, I'm going to wait to hear the coast is all clear here.
Okay. So you see another, going north, another walkway that connects up with the outer wall. And then you see... I think that would be this one. Let me get to the right one. You see an open kind of entryway heading in. Heading back inside. Right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Bull, do you want to try and do the sending thing and tell them there's an entryway here?
Yeah, I can send them a little message. And I'll
Or
walk
we can
back.
walk back.
I'll walk back just far enough. I don't know where 100 feet would be, and she will message
you're within it.
Avi. Be like, hey, Avi, don't worry about melting that iron. We got an opening over here.
Okay, and I'll motion to Tack, who's like 800 yards away, sighing profusely.
I got a hold of him, I think.
Yeah, I don't respond. Can you respond to message?
You can respond to this
Yes.
message.
You can respond to this message. I won't.
So yeah, you all kind of come around that corner, see Myrna and the party. It's an arty party.
See, chat? Good thing I didn't waste my second level spell slot.
See? All right. So what is the plan from here?
Well, what's in the
Oh,
What's in the box?
what's in the room? You say? Oh, I just didn't see anybody step in, so you couldn't see a whole lot. But you do see a mosaic floor in there. Kind of changes the tint and tone. It's a color that in this otherwise dark, cold, empty tower that rises above you. A spiral staircase rises slowly into darkness, hugging the outer wall. In the center of the room, another set of stairs leads down. So there is, let me reveal a little bit more. That goes down. Let me get you some more here. You know, round rooms in a gridded map are a pain in the ass.
Roll 20 if you're listening. If we could do like a
Can we-
polygon.
yeah, can we get-
reveal?
To their defense, they'd probably say, "Well, just play with dynamic lighting instead of fog of war." True. So you see another walkway, outer walkway, by Bull going that way. You see in here, Avi. You see a walkway heading inside, same blue mosaic floor. Stairs going down, stairs going up.
And so what? I'm gonna just poke my head into this hallway.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we're okay for traps in this place because it is like the weird secret area.
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know anymore. This place is fucking gigantic.
All right. So you poke your head in here. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Do you have dark vision?
I think so.
Yes, fire genasi.
Yeah, so you see in here, as you poke your head in, you see all these alcoves line the walls of this long hall. The ceiling has fallen here, leaving rubble strewn across the floor. Overhead, the beams of Ravenloft roof are exposed. Lightning from the dark clouds above sporadically illuminates the hall, lighting the faces of life-sized human statues in the alcoves. Each visage is frozen in terror. And you can see the first two for sure you can catch are frozen in terror.
All right. We got some scary statues
There's a hallway.
down this hallway. Is there anything down that way?
There's a hallway here that kind of leads to a single door.
I want to walk over to the door, and I want to put my ear against it, just to see.
In here, give me a perception check.
Good. I'm not good at this. With a 19 on the die, though.
Ooh.
That's an 18.
You hear some crackling fire in there.
It's not just
Crackling. Sorry.
Yeah, like a fire crackling.
Okay. As everyone is wandering around, starts catching up, I shall open the door.
Good. All right. We'll pause there. I want to make sure everybody else is covered. What's everybody else doing back on that landing? Looks like we have Ismark, Myrna, Bull, Tack. You've kind of come in.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I got line of sight to where everyone else is moving to.
I'm kind of hanging back at this juncture, just watching to see, because there are multiple directions we can go.
All right. Then we will go to Cass, heading into that room. So in this room, as you pop your head in there, you see a blazing hearth fire that is filling the room with rolling waves of red and amber light. The walls are lined with ancient books and tomes, their leather covers well oiled and preserved through careful use. All is in order here. The stone floor is concealed beneath a thick, luxurious rug. In the center of the room is a large, low table, waxed and polished to a mirror finish. Even the poker in the stand next to the blazing fireplace is polished. Large, overstuffed divans, is that how you say that? It's like a couch, like a lounging couch, and couches are arranged about the room. 2 chairs of burgundy-colored wood with padded leather seats and back cushions face the hearth. And what catches your eye as you do that scan, over the hearth is a huge painting that hangs on the mantelpiece in a heavy gilded frame. The rolling firelight illuminates the carefully rendered portrait. It is the exact likeness of Irina. There are a couple exits. There are a couple doors.
This room sounded lovely and comfortable and safe and warm, and then there had to be a creepy picture in it.
Better than a doll.
Yeah, true. Okay. I would like to take... I'd like to take a scan through the bookcases and see whether anything sticks out to me.
So Cass walks in that room. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna slowly walk down here, looking for like things, traps, these statues. Like I'm gonna side eye every single one of them as I walk by, see if they come to life. But just I want to scan this hallway and walk down it.
Okay.
Bull's gonna take one of his extra like shirts that he has on him. It was like a disguise or costume or something. He's gonna light it on fire and drop it down into this like abyss.
Okay. Okay. So Bull, you see it fall about 50 feet to a landing down below. Which, spatially, that would be like the first floor. Avi, as you're walking through here, you see each face is very, there's terror there, but there's also like a stoicism to it. And in comes a lightning flash, and give me a perception check.
Ugh, I lost my D20. Son of a bitch. That's a 2 plus 6.
Yeah, they stay in this horror, and this look of horror that is about it. And they look like heroes. They look like they are armored and kind of note, of grandeur. And then there is a set of stairs at the end that heads down.
Down? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk back if I'm not seeing anything else.
So handled Bull. Yeah, back in this room.
I'm gonna motion to Myrna and Bull to let them know that we're moving down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move down. Room.
So I will show that to everyone. So you should see this picture. Tatiana.
Oh, it was a likeness of Irina. It was not.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks exactly like Irina. Ignore the name.
Why are there no legs?
She's a ghost. Okay.
Ghost with the most. So Cass, you're looking at books. Yeah.
I would like to look at books. Yeah.
Okay. First one that kind of catches your eye is this poetry anthology. Very meticulously woven and bound in this well-oiled leather cover. It's got gold inlaid title. But yeah, it is a bunch of poetry, none of which you have read before if you are read. But various poems. The latter half are all about Barovia, in the Barovia that you've come to know. The others are kind of they have different tone and feel to it.
Good. Okay. I I think I just kind of turn to everyone and just go, well, at some point he had culture.
Nice.
I kind of just wave the book around. At some point. And yeah, I'll keep looking.
Okay. Looking through more books.
Yeah, I'm literally just scanning
Okay.
through all the bookshelves to see whether anything catches my eye, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So.
Okay. You look around a little bit more, and after kind of digging with this, you realize there are about, like, this is a huge collection, and rough calculation is like 80,000 gold worth of books here. Like it's a very massive collection. You come across a biography of an unnamed king and queen that it never really points to them. It's always talking kind of around them, about them, but around them. It's very like kind of esoteric, just kind of weirdly written perspective of this forgotten king and queen. What's everyone else doing in there? I saw a couple people walk towards the fire.
Like, is it really that big?
It is it's filled. This room is very, very comfortable.
Sounds uncomfortable.
And I mean, you could see it's like 5, 10, 15, 20 feet wide by 10 feet deep of a fire that is very full.
Well,
V, you think anything's hidden back in here?
I don't know. I mean, what do you need this big of a fire for?
Burn bodies, maybe.
Do you think something's hidden back here?
Avi, with your passive perception, and it kind of sticks out because how well clean and kept everything is, there is, like, you can see fingerprints on the polished poker.
I'll touch it, I guess.
You see you more hear it than see it. A door behind this raging fire open up as you move the poker. And you can't really see through it because the fire's still going, and the heat waves and everything.
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and control flames right in the middle and part it like.
Oh, nice. I dig.
My brain auto-corrected. I didn't hear Moses. I just heard the is. So I was like, when did Elvis part the Red Sea?
Dude, he was the god of rock. The king. He's the king. You see.
Hail to Jehovah, baby.
What do you think is that?
What you can see now is a smoke-filled room, mostly. But you do see a skeleton in what looks like broken plate lying against that back wall.
Oh, broken plate, huh?
Yeah.
Broken.
How broken are we talking?
I will show you the text. You can't really tell from here. I mean, it's tattered for sure.
All right, I'll walk back there.
Oh shit! You will you?
No, I was kidding. I'm not going
Too
to.
late. You said death first. Resting on the floor of the smoke-filled room is a closed chest surrounded by piles of gold, silver, and copper coins. That's towards the bottom. The fittings are clawed feet, and clawed feet on this chest are evidence of great workmanship. Attached to the east wall are 2 sconces. The southernmost one holds a torch with an intricate metal base. The other is empty. A skeleton in broken plate armor lies against the wall. The skeleton's right hand is on its throat, and its left hand holds the matching torch from the empty sconce.
What the fuck?
You said it's a smoky room?
Yeah, smoke from the fire.
Yeah.
When
Okay.
it was opened up, yeah. You see her in a smoky room.
That's literally where my mind went. Yeah.
All you Journey fans out there.
So, I want to just do perception check in this room.
Mhm.
I don't even know.
I think while he's doing that,
Yeah.
Bull's going to be trying to put out the fire with prestidigitation, if that's possible.
It would take a little bit, but yeah, you definitely starting to like pad out stuff. Because Avi, you've stopped your control.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you stepped in, it kind of the Red Sea departed.
I'll assist Bull with Mage
Okay.
Hand.
Yeah, all right. We'll say like 2 to 3 rounds. Well, let's go more like 4 to 5 rounds. By the bigness of this fire. But yeah, you're able to start patting it down and kind of moving logs around and spreading some of the coals out and then putting out those individual pieces, and it goes pretty fast. 30 seconds or so.
These things doors. These
There's
three.
one door to the south, a double door to the west, and then there's a single door
Okay.
in the corner.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 on my perception.
19 on your perception. You see a lot of scattered coins around. Quite a good sum. You could tell the chest itself is like pristine craftsmanship. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna take the sconce that's in the guy's hand.
Okay.
The skeleton's hand, sorry,
Okay.
and put it back in place.
Okay. Yeah, it fits perfectly like it came from there.
I'm gonna pick up the other one.
On the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it just slides out.
Nothing.
I mean, again, like everything in the previous room and in here, they are of like very intricate make. Like there is some great deal of craftsmanship that have been placed and emphasized in this room.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my sword and just try and poke open the chest.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you're able to. The latch is there, but it is not latched. It is not locked.
And so, can I open it? Oh my god!
Yeah. Are you opening it?
Yeah.
Okay.
With
yeah.
with my sword, like.
Yep. Yeah, it creaks open.
And what's in there?
A Constitution save on your end.
Yeah, I'm okay. +3.
Oh.
Do anybody got any of them rerolls in chat? Shit.
Thorny gave advantage, but I don't know if that was directed.
Yeah, it's for me.
Yeah,
That was
for
Dax again.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
believe
dude.
the phrase was Dax again, fight me.
That's right.
Yep.
That's a 10.
A 10. As you put your sword up and you begin to peek in it, you're almost on your tippy toes. Your whole body paralyzes, and you actually, because you're on your tippy toes, you actually tip forward, and you know the central weight of you, the central mass, and now you are like frozen in this with your tiptoes leaning on top of the the treasure. And I think that's where we're going to stop for tonight. I think that's a good pausing point.
I hate you so much.
We'll-
Best.
For you as a person.
Good.
You good in there?
Yeah, you found it. You hear something? So yeah, we're gonna pause there. Avi, you are paralyzed over this treasure chest. Bull and Tack, you hear kind of a clang, a thud, but we'll leave it at that for next time. With that, thank you everybody for our first episode in Castle Ravenloft. It was fun. You guys are, I love the tentativeness. I love the tiptoeing. I love the just being inquisitive. It's fun. You definitely went a way that I never would have guessed. So thanks for keeping me on my toes. It's a massive castle. It's the levels that kind of get you. But with that being said, 2 weeks of paralyzation for Avi. Thank you, everybody in chat, for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you, all those new followers, getting us up and over 800 by 3. We're at 803 now. So if you're here in chat and you liked what we were putting out there and you want to be notified when we go live again, that will be in 2 weeks. Hit that follow button for us, please. We'd much appreciate it. Check out our sponsors down below. Check out. We are going to raid. Check out sponsors down below. Check out our Discord down below. We do have one more spot open in our Cyberpunk campaign that is happening after this. Check out our Discord to get in on that. We're trying to wrap that up, so if you want in, get there. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks.